Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it's time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm your host from Crate Insider, Kate Dillon, and of course it's St. Patrick's Day today. And so, hey, this is the St. Patrick's Day edition. I'm wearing my green. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of a weird limey green, but my hair looks orange today. I don't know why my hair looks orange. I have no idea why. No idea why my hair looks orange today, but apparently it just does, because maybe the Irish is coming out or something, I suppose. But we're gonna jump on here today. I do apologize for not having the show last week. What happened was we just got in a bunch of inventory and had to go out to the shop and check it all in, and before we knew it, the time got away from us. So that's pretty much what happened. We've been running through some stuff, and that's where, you know, sometimes something just has to be done, and so that's what I was doing last week. But this week I want to talk about we always like to talk about one of our manufacturers and some of their products, and this is tied straight to what we're giving away this week, so I always like to lead with that. And what we're giving away is I have this t-shirt from my friends at Logan Smith Machine LSM Racing Products, and it happens to be an extra large. Now, of course, we love the LSM Racing products. We love their valve spring tools. They've got several of them, and where did it go? It's right here on my desk. And one of them, our most popular video to date, even though it's really old and all of that, is our one for our valve spring changer. And with this one, we sell it with a little, it's got this little insert right here. Put that in front of the camera, which it's not focusing, but okay, there we go. But anyway, this little insert, it means it's the same size as the rocker arm bolts, and so that way it doesn't slide around too much. And then if you want to, you can also order this with the speed handle to make it a little bit faster. Otherwise, you can use a wrench here at the top in order to turn this crank here, and it's a really easy way to change your valve springs. This is one of those tools that is going to last you for a really long time. It's anodized aluminum, but you know, we love all of the products from LSM Racing Products for sure. So that's just one of the products that we offer from them. We also have a valve spring pressure tester, which is great for using. It's an on-the-car tester, and that one's very popular. We get it with a special gauge where it only goes up to 160 pounds because, of course, with crate engines, we have lower valve spring pressures than you would have like in an open engine. So when you use one with a dial that has 600 pounds, there's just a lot bigger room for error. I mean, you figure there's going to be 5 pounds between each tick mark, whereas on a 160 pound gauge, there's only going to be a couple of pounds between tick marks, and so you can get a much more accurate result that way. And so that's one of the other products. And then of course the valve lash adjusting tool, that's another one. I think that was the very first one we started with. And then, well, maybe this one and the valve spring changing tool too. So very popular. We have a few of these. I think we bought about the last of the stock that they had available, and it's coming in this week. So even if we're running low, we've got more on the way as much as we possibly can. And I see some folks are joining us. People from all over, and go ahead and drop in and say hi. You can leave a comment. You can drop in a question. I'll be taking a look at questions as we go as well. And that is how we do our giveaways. So if you're new here on the show, how we do our giveaway is based on just on the comments. So we just take a look at the end of the show and see how many comments there are. I'll bring up random number generator and spit out a random number. I've got Alex in the office today helping out, and he'll help me find the winners, and then that's it. So it's very, very simple. And if you remember what my sign said, if you happen to remember what my sign said a couple of weeks ago, then go ahead and drop in a comment, and we'll do a second drawing for one of our Crate Insider sling grips. And what happened today, I was going to change the sign and say St. Patrick's Day or Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I don't know what I did with the letters. So I was like looking around the office about 15 minutes ago when I discovered it, and I was like, I got to change the sign, and then I couldn't find the letters. So hopefully I find the letters before next week for Top 5 Tuesday. So I see a lot of folks are here. I'm going to say hi. I see we've got Steve and John and Jerry, Steve, Chris, Storm, Danny. Hey, West Coast. Hope it's all going well out there. And Mark. So we got lots and lots of people here. And I know it's a really tough time because I know, anything that's going on outside, right? Well, anything that's happening outside of our homes is kind of shut down. It kind of sucks. Well, it really sucks for sure. In North Carolina today, I understand that everything's going to be closed after 5 o'clock. So it's a crazy, crazy deal. I know that things are going to slow down for racing, but hopefully we'll be able to pick up right where we left off. And maybe this will give some people some extra time. I know we've got a lot of products on back order, so hopefully we can spit those out and everybody can have their cars 100% ready when we're ready to be out there again. That's my hope anyway. We're just doing our best. I mean, I work from home, so I'll be working here at Crate Insider and just doing my best to get products in the door and to get products out the door to my customers. That's where we are at right now. So there's just wanted to give you that report and address that's what's going on here. Anyway, so let's talk about something more fun, and that would be what our 5 products are this week. So in the number 5 spot, guess I could use the right number of fingers, these are our spark plug wires, our Scott spark plug wires. Now these Scott spark plug wires, they come as a set of 8 with all of the cylinders marked, plus they have a coil wire with them, and that makes it very convenient. All of the cylinders are marked right here. They're heat safe. They've got a really low resistance. I don't know what the resistance is on these off the top of my head here. It doesn't say that right off, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd have to look on the website because pretty sure I've got it on there. But the Scott wires, they run $130 for a set, and that's in the number 5 spot. In the number 4 spot this week, well, we're out of stock of these, and then we got them back in, and they've been flying. And that would be our NGK spark plugs. So a lot of times we're asked, what are the best spark plugs to use with a crate engine? And this is our response. I mean, the NGKs or the auto lights, we sell both. And the NGKs, they run $22.32 a set. And we found that regardless of what type of fuel you're running, that these have consistently performed over and over again, regardless of what kind of fuel you're running. So even if you're running E85 or you're running a race gas or one of the oxygenated fuels, any of those, the NGK spark plugs work incredibly well with any of those options for the crate engines. And this is the NGK R5724-8s, and we sell them, of course, as a set of 8. I mean, what are you going to do with like one spark plug, right? So we sell them in sets of 8 so to make it really convenient for you. All right, next up is in the number 3 spot is our Klotz oil. So to tell you a little bit about Klotz oil, this is our best performing oil that we've found for crate engines, and this is the 1040, and we just got some more of this in stock as well. Like you said, last week when we weren't doing Top 5 Tuesday, we were checking in quite a bit of inventory, so this is our 1040 from Klotz, and this runs $153.95 for a case, and they come in cases of 10, is how those come. All right, next up in the number 2 spot this week is we have our Schaefer's oil, and Alex, let me ask you, is this the oil change kit? The 8141?
Yeah.
Okay, so we sell both of these oils a couple different ways. You can buy them by the quart, you can buy them by the case, or you can buy them in oil change kits. And what we've got going on right now is a special with our Schaefer's oil. And with our Schaefer's oil, when you buy the oil change kit, you're gonna get a bonus can of the Citral. And the Citral, it smells like oranges. And this is a heavy duty degreaser, you guys. Like, this is not something I wanna smell, but not necessarily something that I wanna get on my skin. And you've probably, if you've been on the show before, you've heard me talk about that there are a lot of products that I don't really, I don't have a race car, so I don't necessarily use them all. Citral is one of those that I use for my stovetop. So when I get grease and oil on my stovetop, this is what I use. It is hardcore, heavy duty. Love the Citral, but that'll come as a bonus with the Schaefer oil change kit. And the Schaefer oil change kit, you get 7 quarts of oil, an oil filter, and you're getting the bonus Citral. And there's somebody that isn't on Top 5 Tuesday right now, and they're trying to call in. So pardon me for not silencing my phone. But that's in the number 2 spot this week on Top 5 Tuesday. And before we jump into the top product of the week, let me see if we've got any comments over here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in. Bill says, happy green day. So, of course, if people aren't wearing green, you're allowed to pinch them, apparently. So I don't like being pinched, and there we go. Bill says he's dropping a comment in. I see Brandon and Fred and Steve. All right, we have Steve says we have a crate wingless sprint racing in Pennsylvania. Virus hasn't stopped our program. Yay, Pennsylvania governor. Good for you. Congratulations on that. Hand sanitizer. Let's see, great. And Paul says he got the air cleaner base and the lid fits perfectly and makes tuning a breeze now. And he's saying thank you. So that's fantastic. And speaking of that, let me go ahead and address that as well. Because of course, we've been selling a bunch of the air filter bases and lids because of the video we put out. And of course, we talked about it a ton on Top 5 Tuesday. Unfortunately, we are completely out of stock. I'm trying to get more. We're waiting on material. So I just turned it off because I don't really like back orders or anything like that when I don't have a date. If I know a date, I'll go ahead and take pre-orders, but I don't have a date right now. I was hoping sometime this week, but we'll just have to see how that goes. All right, so in our top spot this week, we have from our friends at Walker Performance, and as I mentioned, we just got a big shipment of these, and that is our Walker Performance 4-inch air filters. Now, we do sell the 3-inch as well, so that's available, and either one of those is $99, and that is our top spot, so that's the winner for this week. So speaking of winners, let's go ahead and jump in here and see how many comments we'll get this going, and would you like to be a special guest? All right, we do have a special guest on the show today. I didn't expect that we were going to get a special guest on the show today.
Bringing you toilet paper.
Oh, no, I have a stash, you guys. I totally have a stash of toilet paper. But just a second here, I'm going to get a number going here for Alex to help me out with the drawings.
I got none on the sign, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just do a couple of drawings then. Yeah, we'll do a couple of those. And Alex will get those for me. Okay. So let me introduce my special guest right here. Come on over. We have Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines. So if you've got any questions, of course, Hendren Racing Engines, the largest crate engine rebuilder in the country. You guys do what, 140, 160 engines a year?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, now are you guys still busy cranking out motors?
We're wide open. We're still a month behind, but I'm kind of anticipating this Corona bullshit to cause a little bit of a problem for everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then we've been talking about that a little bit on this show, and that, you know, Crate Insider, we're still open because I work from home, so I'm always working pretty much, you know, normal business hours. But if you've got a question for Steve, go ahead and drop that in. It's not every day that we get to have him on the show. All right, so we have our first winner. The winner of our LSM Racing Products shirt is Steve Wren Sr. So Steve, if you would, please send us a private message to Crate Insider with your address, and we'll get this sent out to you. And then our second winner for our Crate Insider Sling Grip is David Marlowe. So David, if you would, go ahead and send us a private message, and we'll get that Sling Grip sent out to you. But I'm gonna see if we've got any questions for you here, Steve. Yeah, I know, I just kind of dropped you in here as like a super secret surprise.
I said I was bringing you toilet paper.
You said you were bringing me toilet paper, but you know I've got a stash. Because truth is, you guys, I just got a Costco membership in February before all of this happened, and I was like, ooh, new Costco membership. What do you buy at Costco? You buy toilet paper, paper towels. That's what you buy.
We've been taking toilet paper as deposits on new engines, so.
I'm still wondering if you're gonna barter live chickens.
Yeah,
you know, your mom raises chickens, so that could happen. So I'm not seeing questions. It could be because we could have quite a bit of a lag today. It seems like it's a little bit laggy, but I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for being on Top 5 Tuesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Have a great week.